Are you guys feeling completely overwhelmed? Like you're being yanked in a million directions by everything, the world, your own crazy ambitions, all that stuff you want? And at the same time, don't you just crave a place to chill, like a secret hideout right there in your own heart? So many of us think that to be super driven, to crush our goals, to truly rise up, we have to totally sacrifice being calm. And to find peace? Well, that must mean ditching all our drive, our epic determination. This idea, this huge misunderstanding, is one of the biggest reasons we feel so stressed in modern life. We either push ourselves until we're about to explode, or we pull back so much that we just get stuck and do nothing. But what if I told you that's completely wrong? What if the way to a genuinely awesome life, to real spiritual power, isn't about choosing one over the other, but about grabbing both? Dramatic pause. Today, we're diving into some ancient super wisdom, a teaching straight from Buddhist philosophy that is gonna blow your mind. It shows you how to build an unstoppable drive, like insane determination, and, at the exact same time, find a deep, unshakable peace. We're gonna learn how to rise with determination, and how to rest with true peace. This isn't some flimsy balancing game. It's about finding a totally new way of living, where your energy and your calm actually blast out from the same deep power source of understanding. The nature of unstoppable drive, explaining right effort, asterisk. Alright, let's talk about getting after it, determination. In the Buddhist tradition, this isn't the aggressive, ego-fueled ambition that the world hypes up. It's something way smarter, way more sustainable, known as right effort, or Sama Vayama if you want to get technical. This is a mega important part of the Eightfold Path, basically the ultimate roadmap to freedom. Now, right effort isn't about gritting your teeth and trying to force things to happen with sheer willpower. That usually just leads to total burnout and feeling like garbage. Instead, it's a balanced, mindful, and ethical way of using our energy for good, awesome goals. It's about intentionally building a positive and super resilient mind. Think about a master musician tuning their instrument. If the strings are too loose, there's no banger song, no real energy. But if they're too tight, snap. They break, making a horrible sound. The musician searches for that perfect tension, the middle way, to make incredible music. Our effort in life should be exactly like that, not lazy, not crazy strain, but applied just right. Right effort actually has 4 distinct parts, like a complete mental training program for your brain. First, there's the effort to prevent bad mental states, things like anger, jealousy, greed, or feeling hopeless, from even starting. Imagine a super alert security guard, carefully watching what tries to get into the city of your mind, and politely showing anything harmful the door. Second, it's about the effort to crush any bad states that have already snuck in. This isn't about bottling them up, because that often just makes them stronger. It's about smartly seeing they're there and then skillfully letting them go, often by swapping them with their positive opposites. If a weed pops up in your awesome garden, you don't just ignore it, right? You gently but firmly yank it out, knowing it just doesn't belong. Third, right effort means dedicating ourselves to grow awesome mental states that aren't there yet. This is about actively planting seeds of things like loving kindness, compassion, generosity, wisdom, and patience. It's like planting new seeds of amazing flowers and life-giving plants in your mental garden, and taking care of them every single day. And fourth, it's the effort to maintain and perfect the awesome mental states that are already thriving. This means we don't get lazy. We keep nurturing these positive qualities, letting them get deeper and become solid parts of who we are. This is the non-stop care of that amazing garden, making sure it stays vibrant and super healthy. This kind of determination, this right effort, is far from a boring struggle. It's packed with wisdom and guided by good intentions. It's the energy that rockets us along the path of spiritual growth, the perseverance we need in our meditation game, the commitment to live by strong principles, and the unwavering desire to build deep understanding. It's the engine that drives us to become better versions of ourselves, not for ego, but to benefit everyone. It's a quiet strength, a resilient will that comes from being clear, not from force. It's the determination to show up, day after day, for what truly matters. Imagine a mountain climber scaling a gigantic peak. Their climb takes huge effort, insane focus, and unwavering determination. They don't fight the mountain. They work with it, understanding its shape, respecting its power, applying their strength and skill with absolute precision. Their determination isn't born from aggression, but from a deep desire to reach the summit, to see that epic view, to achieve something massive through sustained, intelligent effort. That's the spirit of right effort. It's a dynamic, life-boosting energy that fuels our journey, not with frantic, crazy speed, but with lasting, purposeful momentum. The power of deep serenity, explaining serene acceptance, asterisk. Now, what about the flip side of this coin? Peace. Real peace, or shanti asterisk, in the Buddhist way of thinking, isn't just being lazy or in some boring state of not caring. It's not just when there's no drama around. It's a profound state of inner balance, known as asterisk upekkha. This serenity comes from deep insight, especially into how things are always changing, impermanence, and the wisdom of not getting insanely attached to stuff. A lot of people mix up peace with checking out, with running away from the world's challenges. But true serenity, the kind that lets us rest with peace, is an active power of the mind, something we build up through practice. It's the ability to face all of life's crazy roller coaster moments, its joys and sorrows, wins and fails, praise and blame, with a calm, balanced, and open heart. This peace comes from letting go of our constant need for things to be different than they are, and releasing our dislike for what we find annoying. At the core of this chill acceptance is mindfulness, or sati. This is the practice of being completely present with our experience, moment by moment, without judging it. When we're truly mindful, we watch our thoughts, emotions, and sensations as they come and go, like clouds in the sky, without getting sucked away by them. We develop right mindfulness and right concentration, which lock our mind into the present, helping us find clarity and stability. This lets us see things as they really are, not through the twisted filter of our likes, dislikes, and fears. Think about a massive, ancient tree standing strong in a crazy storm. The winds howl, the rain pours, branches might shake and tremble, but the tree's core stays deeply rooted, unshaken. It doesn't fight the storm, it flexes with its passing fury while keeping its essential strength. That's equanimity. It's not an absence of feeling, but an ability to experience life's wild weather patterns without losing our center. Another super powerful way to think about it is the vast, deep ocean. On its surface, waves can crash, storms can rage, and currents can churn like crazy. But deep down in its depths, there's an immense stillness and undisturbed calm. Serene acceptance lets us connect with that deep, inner stillness, even when the surface of our lives is pure chaos. We learn that we're more like the ocean than the waves, vast, deep, and able to hold all experiences within a larger calm. This inner peace is also massively boosted by cultivating compassion, karuna asterisk, and loving kindness, metta asterisk. When our hearts are filled with kindness towards ourselves and others, a ton of the inner conflict that wrecks our peace starts to just melt away. We recognize our shared humanity, our shared struggles, and this softens our judgments and lessens our resistance to life as it happens. Acceptance becomes way easier when it's wrapped in the warm hug of a compassionate heart. So, this peace isn't about bailing on life, but about engaging with it more deeply. It's the quiet confidence that we can handle whatever comes our way, not because we can control everything, but because we can build an inner spaciousness that's bigger than any single challenge. It's the rest that comes from stopping the inner war against reality, letting the mind settle naturally into its built-in state of clarity and calm. The synthesis, rise with determination, rest with peace, solution, integration, the middle way, asterisk. So, how do we actually combine these two things that can seem so different, this unstoppable drive and deep serenity, into one awesome, harmonious life? The answer is in understanding that they're not opposites at all. They're like best friends, total partners, complementary aspects of what Buddhism calls the middle way. This path, as the Buddha taught, avoids the crazy extremes, both going wild with self-indulgence and punishing yourself, both frantic, non-stop grinding and just giving up and doing nothing. It's a path of dynamic balance. Think of right effort and serene acceptance as the two wings of a bird. Both are absolutely essential for flight. With only one wing, the bird can only flop around or go in circles. But with both, it can soar through the sky with grace and incredible power. Our determination gives us the thrust to move forward, to grow, to achieve awesome goals. Our serenity gives us the stability, the perspective, and the wisdom to navigate the journey without burning out or losing our way. This balance isn't some fixed point that, once you find it, you're set forever. It's a dynamic process, a constant, mindful adjusting, kind of like walking a tightrope. Sometimes more effort is needed, sometimes more acceptance. Wisdom is about figuring out what's needed in each moment. The Buddhist teaching on how all things happen because of other things, dependent origination *, can help us here. It reminds us that everything, including our mental states, happens because of certain conditions. Our determination and our peace aren't fixed traits. They're constantly being shaped by our intentions, our actions, and our understanding. Knowing this interconnectedness helps us respond to life's challenges with more flexibility, nurturing both purposeful action and inner calm. When right effort is packed with serene acceptance, our determination is no longer driven by anxiety or fear of failing. We can chase our goals with massive energy and enthusiasm, but without being desperately attached to specific outcomes. We get that we can only control our efforts, not always the results. This frees us from a huge amount of pressure and allows our energy to flow more smoothly, more creatively. We can rise with determination, fully engaged in what we're doing, because we know that our inner peace doesn't depend only on success. And on the flip side, when our serenity is backed up by right effort, it doesn't become a stagnant swamp of doing nothing. We rest in peace not to avoid life, but to gather strength, clarity, and wisdom for smart engagement. Our acceptance isn't about just giving up when things are bad. It's a clear seeing that allows us to act more effectively where action is needed, and to let go where action is pointless. This lets us truly rest, to recharge, because our minds aren't constantly stirred up by unresolved inner battles or restless striving. But without being desperately attached to specific outcomes, we get that we can only control our efforts, not always the results. This frees us from a huge amount of pressure and allows our energy to flow more smoothly, more creatively. We can rise with determination, fully engaged in what we're doing, because we know that our inner peace doesn't depend only on success. The key to bringing these together lies in carefully guarding the mind and practicing consistent inner reflection. As the teachings say, you should carefully guard your mind, maintaining mindfulness all the time, in order to cease conflicts. This means becoming really familiar with our own mental landscape, understanding our usual patterns, and consciously choosing responses that grow both strength and stillness. In your own life, you can start to build this by bringing mindfulness to your efforts. When you work with full attention and dedication, but without tying your entire self-worth to the outcome. Notice when striving becomes super stressful, and learn to bring in moments of pause, of mindful breathing, to reconnect with your inner calm. And when you rest, truly rest, let go of the day's worries, release the mental replays, and allow your mind and body to find genuine, epic peace. This path of rising with determination and resting with peace leads to a profound transformation. It's not just about being more effective or less stressed, it's about cultivating wisdom, compassion, and a deep sense of inner freedom. It's about realizing that our capacity for energetic, all-out engagement and our capacity for profound stillness both come from the same wellspring of a well-trained, well-understood mind. This whole idea of balancing insane determination with deep serenity is blowing your mind, and you want to explore more secrets like these for a more awesome life, I seriously invite you to become part of our community. Please consider smashing that subscribe button for this channel, so you don't miss future mind-blowing content. If you got any value from our time together today, destroy the like button on this video, as it helps these teachings reach other people who might be looking for them. And I genuinely, really want to hear your thoughts. How do you experience this dance between determination and peace in your own life? What are your biggest challenges, and what hacks or practices have you found that actually work? Please share your reflections in the comments below. Your insights make all of us better. The journey to rise with determination and rest with peace truly is the ultimate life challenge, the journey of a lifetime. It's the art of living an epic life, engaging with the world with all our energy and skill, while at the same time building an unshakable fortress of peace within our own hearts. It's the profound wisdom of the middle way, showing us that true strength isn't found in extremes, but in the awesome integration of our power for dynamic action and our power for deep, serene stillness. May you build the skillful effort to rise towards your most legendary aspirations. And may you find the profound wisdom to rest in the boundless peace that is your true nature. I challenge you to walk this path with courage, with mindfulness, and with an ever-deepening sense of inner harmony. Be well, legends.